Regal Trophy quarter-final game to be played at Headingley this afternoon at Carlisle, the visitors. And they're here because of one of their great wins this season against Castlewood. They wonder if they can pull off another shot this afternoon. Well, the Leeds team, which has just taken the field now, is as follows. Anthony Gibbons at fullback, with a three-quarter line of Paul Cook, Kevin Iro, Craig Innes and Francis Cummins. The halfbacks are Graham Olroyd and Anthony Gibbons' twin brother David Gibbons. The front row of Neil Harmon, Mick Shaw and Barry McDermott. James Lowes and John Mann form the second row, and Mike Forshaw is a loose forward. And as in all Regal Trophy matches this season, only two substitutes, Gary Mercer and Harvey Howard. The team which Carlisle hope can pull off the Rugby League shock of the season has Willie Richardson at fullback, Gary Rudd, Jason Thurlow, Matt Lynch and Phil Manning in the three-quarter line, Tain Manihara and Mike Kavanagh at halfbacks, C. Bearley, Danny Russell and George Graham the front row. The second row, Stuart Rhodes and Derek Armstrong, with Gary Charlton at loose forward, and the two substitutes, Richard Hanera and Barry Williams. Referee this afternoon, Mr. Colin Morris. And really, conditions perfect, no wind at all, no sun to get into players' eyes, and conditions nice and soft underfoot. So Kevin Iro and his opposite number, Gary Charlton, captains, tossing up, posing with the mascots and the referee for the obligatory photographs, which is taken. And so the mascots go off the field together with the photographer, and the two teams line up. It'll be Leeds to kick off. They'll be defending the St Michael's Lane end, kicking towards the electronic scoreboard end. Last time these two teams met was in the 1988-89 season, the Challenge Cup, and Leeds won 24-4 here. And Andrew Ettinghausen scored a try, and John Bentley scored 2 tries and also kicked 2 goals on that afternoon. So it's Holroyd who gets the game underway. And it's going to be, see if Leeds can keep Carlisle pinned in their own half of the field. Willie Richardson, the full-back then, who was tackled. Stuart Rhodes. And that's the chunky figure of George Graham, not to get confused with the footballing George Graham, the former Arsenal manager. You perhaps heard that, the referee shouting that the centre of Carlisle was offside as Cummins picks the ball up, and Leeds now have got to build from their own 20-metre area. That was Dave Gibbons, his first touch of the ball. Ball jolted out of George Mann's hands there. And it gives chance for Carlisle to put the first attack together in a real attacking part of the... Steve Briley taking it on. We're looking for the second rower, Stuart Rhodes, who's 10 try, George Graham. 3 Leeds players in to do the tackling. Leeds caught up, not playing. I thought Leeds had been caught offside there, but not playing the ball correctly. Colin Morris, so questioned by Danny Russell, the referee, but he's not having anything of it, so Leeds survive that burst of Carlisle pressure. And the ball goes into touch and onto the south stand roof and back onto the field of play. I know it stops up there. Barry McDermott just short of the halfway line. Mick Shaw takes it on, sees that Carlisle are not moving up, and makes a little more yardage for the Loiners. Mike Forshaw wanted to get the ball away there to Holroyd, but his arms were pinned. Oh, slipped through there, and Anthony Gibbons, but he's just tackled, and that's a try-saving tackle. But the referee appeared to have dropped the ball in the tackle, but Gibbons seemed to be going through there. But a good try-saving tackle by the Carlisle defence. So both sides have had a footing in their opponents' 20-metre area within the first 3 minutes of this game. Willa Richardson, who's 76 goals this season, have possibly put Carlisle up near the top of the second division and into this quarter-final of the Regal Trophy. No way through for Steve Briley. Kick there by Danny Russell. Not a good kick that was. To the ball. He's got to run the ball out. Anthony Gibbons picks it on the bounce. Tries to run between the winger and the centre, but there's no way through. They quickly close a gap. And Francis Cummins across the field. Past the outstretched arm of George Graham. But Gary Charlton in for the tackle there. Mick Shaw. Tackle coming in from Manihara. He take a blow across the face there. Craig Innes running up in support, but the ball was not in a position to be released by George Mann on that occasion. Now Kevin Iro tried to go low, and that's a pace on the outside. Paul Cook. Paul Cook steps inside to avoid being pushed into touch. Now Iro, kick over the top. Is he going to regather? Can't get around George Graham, who takes the ball. Both teams at the moment feeling each other out. Willa Richardson, formerly of Whitehaven. On the short side, and there's no way down, and that was a good tackle by Craig Innes. Barley saw that kick by Kavanagh, Bluey Kavanagh, as his nickname is. And Paul Cook tries to take it up on the outside, but there's no way through. At the moment, both defences are pretty firm, although that break by Anthony Gibbons nearly produced a Leeds try. David Gibbons unable to take that one, and Jason Thurlow took it. Now Willa Richardson, and in his mid-30s and showing a bit of pace there. George Graham just out of that tackle, reverses and goes back again. Steve Briley, Lou Kavanagh, Thurlow. Not in a position to let Carlisle's top try scorer this season, Gary Ruddy, collect the ball. Kavanagh puts a good kick. That's a towering kick. Given underneath it. Manihara tries his hardest to put Gibbons off, but he tucks that ball well under pressure. And that must give him a lot of confidence. Now George Graham with the ball. And it was a good job that Holroyd was one of the two Leeds players who was alive to that situation. A try coming on there. Phil Manning tries to duck and dive underneath the defence. So defence by the Leeds, mistake by Leeds defence, and now Carlisle have got men over. It's going to be a try, and he dropped the ball with the line wide open. I have a feeling Graham Ruddy was looking at the try line, saying this is an easy one, and took his eyes off the ball at the incorrect moment, and that proved fateful for his side. But Leeds breathe again. Cummins nearly up to the 20-metre line. Craig Innes. Looking forward. He's got Anthony Gibbons up in support, but tackled on about virtually the same spot that Craig Innes, where he released the ball on. Forshaw at the moment, tackling on both sides, is a little keen, as it should be, what you expect in a cup tie. Blue shirted Boyder Raiders trying to crowd leads out. Now Mick Shaw, there we go. He's grabbed by the collar by Stuart Rhodes. Holroyd puts a kick in towards the right. Collected by Iro and puts it out to number 8, Neil Harmon, but finally Cook has to throw the ball to keep it in play. So it's going to be a knock-on. And unfortunately for Carlisle, it's the Carlisle players who knocked it on. So Derek Armstrong puts his own team under a little bit of pressure here. And Leeds will fan this one out to the left. Iro to the gap, lobs it over the top. Gibbon picks it up, and the referee has blown. He's seen a knock on. Well, the ball did touch down. Debatable whether it went forward or not. But Mr. Colin Morris was of no doubt. It's probably one of these, a doubtful knock on rather than a doubtful try. Swing down. Willa Richardson clearing his lines. And Gary Charlton. Derek Armstrong, who's knocked on created that little bit of pressure, but they got out of it when Leeds knocked on George Graham. Oh, good little kick through line and Hera, but dived on. And again, he can kick through. Now Willa Richardson, if he collects this, it'll be a try. Did he collect it? The answer is no. He was unable to collect it. Maybe perhaps thought it wouldn't roll over the try line and he had to pick it up to help it on its way. The general consensus might have been to let the ball roll over the try line and just dive on it, but of course the Leeds defence might have got in there first. So for the second time, Leeds breathe again. Richardson makes off that by upending Holroyd and Craig Innes. About some 10 minutes of play, near misses, but no points. James Lowe was held. James doesn't mind where he plays in the lead side. There's a chance, and that's a late pass. And this surely is a try for Carlisle. It is. 10 minutes gone, and Phil Manning puts the visitors in front. A loose pass there by Neil Harmon, and Phil Manning puts his side into a 4-0 lead. Leeds supporters will tell them there's plenty of time to go, and we'll see what the score is at the end of 80 minutes. Carlisle will say, well, please don't get any points. We'll still win it 6-0. That's if he kicks this one, ball up in the air. No mistake by Willa Richardson on that occasion. So Leeds 0, Carlisle Boyder Raiders 6. And those who are predicting a glut of points in favour of Leeds, well, the floodgates are firmly closed at the moment. Maybe that's just the jolt the home side want. Neil Harmon eager to make up for the mistake that he made. Willa Richardson zigzagging. He's obviously eager to add some more points from that lethal boot of his. Gary Ruddy, a kick. Picked up, and it'll be back to 1 again, because that was touched by David Gibbons. And already the Leeds supporters aren't very happy. Gary Charlton taking the Leeds players off, but unable to get rid of the ball. Derek Armstrong, socks down by his ankles, relishing the task. Ball get away, George Armstrong, but I think a knock on there. Manhero would have probably done us better for his side to have held the ball then. I know that George Armstrong was in a position that he wanted the ball and was taking it onto the short side. Now can Leeds strike? Paul Cook, not on that occasion. Willie Richardson up in the line, making the tackle. Craig Innes, just over the halfway line. Crowd wanting a penalty for lying on. Craig Innes can't get the ball away. Mr. Man out. James Lowes, tackled by his opposite number, Stuart Rhodes. Leeds trying to raise their game a bit, but the tackling. No way through there for David Gibbons. Man. George Mann. Craig Iro, but the ball behind him slightly, and they would hold it. Throws his hands in anguish at probably his own error, because the pass wasn't too bad. And Carlisle breathe again. Ball jolted free. Now James Lowes on the attack, and the ball not. And in fact, the forward pass had been given anyway, as McDermott couldn't take that ball. Willie Richardson, player injured, going back to his position at full-back after a word with the physio, and Carlisle win that scrum. Manihara takes on Iro and George Mann. Just a case at this stage of the game that Leeds have got to remain calm and not play panic football. 6-0 down, 16 minutes gone, still plenty of time. And that was good play by Stuart Rhodes there. Well, Carlisle using the forwards well at the moment and seem to be holding the ball a little more confident than the Leeds are. Kick through, and that wasn't a good kick by Russell, taken by Francis Cummins, and Jason Thurlow just manages to get Cummins by his shirt and pull him back. Anthony Gibbons, and this time Gary Charlton not letting him go, instead of striding away from him. So Leeds a chance now to put an attack together from inside the Carlisle half without aid of a penalty. 30 metres short of the line. Neil Harmon drives in. Harry McDermott. David giving a long pass. Holroyd, no long, trying to get through a gap. There's a big long gap there. Maybe if Gibbons had done the run around, then might have been more productive. But the attack hasn't finished yet. Holroyd, maybe Gibbons, George Mann tries to ship it out, and then he ships it straight into the hands of a Carlisle player. And James Thurlow will be very grateful of that. And Gary Ruddy runs it out. So things quite not going Leeds' way. And Iro Dumps the unfortunate Richardson down on the ground. George Graham. Always looking for work. The Carlisle props. And there they come again. Wrong foot there by Tony Manihera. And he's got players on there, both sides of him. He's going to put a kick through, but it's a little too deep. And Anthony Gibbons dives on the ball and gratefully stops any chance of Carlisle scoring on that occasion. Now, Francis Cummins. Crowd urging Leeds to back up the man with the ball. Graham Holroyd trying to marshal players at Nick Shaw. And again, playing right into Carlisle's hands because the second division side will tackle. Just depends how much steam it takes out of him, he's tackling. So, certainly when you're trying to take out now Lowe's. And he got Cook on the outside. James Lowe's. Cook can go down the touchline. He can. It's going down the touchline. And he scores in the corner. So 9 minutes after Carlisle had taken a 6-0 lead, it's Paul Cook who puts Leeds in a little more heart with that try. Leeds 4, Carlisle 6. That try by Cook shows what Leeds can do if they play it possibly wide out and catch Carlisle out on the outside. Well, whatever happens now, Carlisle can say we've held the lead for more than a quarter of the game. You just see how much of a lift the try, Paul Cook try, made to the Loiners. Nick Shaw trying to zigzag through, but there's certainly no way through there. The markers were waiting for him. Barry McDermott rates one tackle. Can't get rid of the ball to Anthony Gibbons on his right hand side. Holroyd. It's a neat little kick in over the top. Gary Rudd collects it. And he's forced back by Craig Innes. The ball comes out. Picked up. Is there a knock on? The referee says no. Both Willie Richardson and George Mann slow in getting up there. And the Carlisle player is slapped on the back by one of his own players to play the ball. Steve Briley and George Graham working hard in getting the ball out of trouble. Danny Russell again. And a Russell from Manly, Australia. And a good kick put in there. Is it going to go into touch? If not, it just rebounds inside. Collected by Francis Cummins. Going to come on the outside. He nearly got through the Gary Ruddy tackle, but Ruddy hung on to him till support came his way. Anthony Gibbons. Referee shouting to the Carlisle players to let him up in that tackle. Carlisle called offside, they haven't got back required distance. The referee let him play go on just that little bit. Through second to see if he's got an advantage, which they hadn't. But they certainly got an advantage now as another Holroyd penalty kick goes into touch on the south stand side, and they're just 13 metres short of the line by McDermott. George Graham will tackle all day. Neil Harmon. George can't get through. George Graham comes across, but it's the fellow prop, Steve Briley, who finally puts Neil Harmon down, and Leeds move it out right. Now a chance here with men over. Iro moving it out. Iro runs to a tackle. dummied to pass it out right, went through the tackle by Monihiro to score about 10 metres from the try line, from the touch line I should say, and make it 10-6 in favour of Leeds. And the crowd tell you that the ball is on its way successfully. And Paul Cook, first successful kick of the afternoon. Makes it Leeds 10, Carlisle 6. 24-4 the last time Carlisle were here. And that Challenge Cup tie in 1989. So at least Carlisle have got more points than did on that occasion. And Carlisle really must be fed up of coming to Leeds, because I have a feeling they've got to come to Leeds next week for a league match to Hunslet. So this is the fourth successive weekend, fourth successive Sunday they've been in the city of Leeds, so certainly the coach driver will know the way to the city. And that time, of course, they played Hunslet in the Regal Trophy. They played Bramley in a league game, which they lost. Their first match they lost in after 12 successive wins, so 13 was unlucky, and Leeds are aiming to make it 14 unlucky. And Barry McDermott drops the ball, picked up by George Graham. So one of those all too easy passes, I suppose. And Willie Richardson tries to move it out of his own defensive quarter. No way through for Gary Charlton. Looks like a substitute on Barry Williams. Welsh international is one of these players who takes the ball from about 4 or 5 yards out and crashes over for a try. He's not going to crash over from a try some 60 yards out. Francis Cummins takes that kick. Can't get through. And it could be Steve Briley who's gone off for Carlisle. Dave Gibbons tries to twist out of that tackle. Holroyd. Barry McDermott holds on to that one. Throws it away. Mick Shaw's there. Mick Shaw. The ever alert Mick Shaw. Holroyd. Got support on his outside. Man. Craig Innes. Craig Innes trying to blast through. Still going Craig Innes. Gets the ball out to Francis Cummins. Just see what the referee decision is there. And the referee said it's a try. So Francis Cummins makes it try number 12 for the season. To extend the Leeds lead to 14-6. Sure, acting half-back. And the hard-working James Lowes takes it up. Leeds have made a change. Gary Mercer's on. As is Harvey Howard, who takes that on. So Leeds have made a double substitution there. Neil Harman wanting support, nobody there. So he keeps hold, and rightly so. Holroyd chips it through. Can he collect it? Dribbles it through. Dribbles it past the player and picks it up and touches down as cheeky as you like. And I think the crowd enjoyed that one. Well, I talked about Martin Affire's footballing try against the London Broncos. That wasn't a bad effort. Of course, this is the last day when tees that have been scored against kick off, because rule change is coming on Monday, which is tomorrow. And if that had have happened after tomorrow or after today, it would have been Leeds kicking off then and Carlisle getting the ball back. Harvey Howard showing that as well, he's got bulk, he's got plenty now. Look, a forward pass to me. But obviously Colin Morris is not interested. And Richard Hanera takes the ball up for Carlisle as they recover it. So perhaps justice was done there. Short ball to Armstrong, but he's short of the halfway line. Kavanagh kicks it over the top. Referee wipes it out. Kavanagh looking a bit aggrieved that he was probably half obstructed there. The referee wiped the slate clean. And the Gibbon boys in turn take the ball up. David Gibbon with it that time. Previously it was his brother. Not a easy one. I'm just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. A knock on there by Gary Mercer. Possibly a little too close to take a ball that high. Carlisle a chance to put an attack and see if they can reduce the points arrears, which is 12 at the moment. It's 18-6 to Leeds. Leeds not moving up there in the tackle. Crowd urging them to move forward onto Stuart Rhodes, but they didn't. And Kavanagh moves it out wide. And Barry Williams moving back inside. Russell, that could be back to one again. I just see that the referee wipes out the slate. And literally a ball throwing, words were said, the ball was thrown, and Danny Russell comes in as peacemaker with a penalty to Carlisle. Now they're going to take a kick at goal. And he is going to take a kick at goal. "30 metres out versus straight in front of the post." Oh, within the compass of this player. On a couple of occasions has kicked 7 goals, 9 goals in a match also, and several 5s and an 8. So he's got a pretty reliable boot. But not reliable on that occasion, and that will no doubt disappoint him, his teammates and his coach. So Leeds will drop out. Obviously made sure he put the ball dead, and a chance for Carlisle to get the ball back. Organisation being done by Tani Manahira, but that's a long one. Collected by George Graham. And he'll run it out, that's for sure. And he makes it back to nearly to the halfway line from his 20-metre line. That was a good run. Hanera takes it up. Russell now, Kavanagh. Derek Armstrong. Is he going to count that as a spear tackle or what? Certainly one or two words are being said there The touch should being called on. The touch should did not come on. And certainly the physio signalling something. Has he hurt his shoulder or his arm? Now the two captains being called together with Craig Innes. I don't think there's any malicious intent, certainly, but the Carlisle player being helped to his feet looks a bit shaken, to say the least. Touch judge and referee confer. Being put on report. So Craig Innes has been put on report, and obviously that's what the referee was saying. I don't think they're sure. So they'll view the video of that. They say it was a spear tackle. So Barry Williams will take the kick and put it into touch. In fact, they'll wait until the Armstrong goes off. Well, I think if the referee was so intent that it was a spear tackle, perhaps then he should have been sent off. He's only been put on report. Shows that possibly the referee and the touch judge missed it all at the same moment. Sympathetic applause for Armstrong, so it's doubtful that he'll be back this afternoon. But Carlisle now a chance to perhaps make Leeds pay for that misdemeanour. Hard tackle comes in there on Hanhera. Certainly felt that one from the two forwards. Dagram trying to break through by Stuart Rhodes, who's actually Carlisle's second top try scorer of the 10 tries, and Russell going up to the line. And his tackle just short. I suppose you could say that's Australian initiative. Graham knocks on and looks disgusted with himself. He'll be wanting to hold the ball for the 5 tackles before, if they hadn't got over, and then put Leeds under pressure with a good kick. Francis Cummings not breaking out. Craig Innes zigzagging. Dave Ewan puts his hands up to stop himself being creating an obstruction there. Now the hatted Neil Harmon. Make sure through a gap. Referee signalling and penalty to Leeds. The referee signalling that was the 6th tackle coming up, but then give Leeds a penalty when there's some lying on in the tackle. The Leeds chance to savour some more points before the half-time hooter. Holroyd. Gibbons takes that one well and passes it to Holroyd. I was going to say that Holroyd was moving up ready on the left-hand side. At that moment I thought Gibbons had dropped it virtually, but Innes puts the ball down, despite the fact that Carlisle players trying to pull him back. So a try by Craig Innes. And 3 others which haven't hit the target. In the air this time. If he's got the distance, it's good. Touch judges flag signify that. 24 and right on the hooter. Leeds increase that lead. That Paul Cook, second successful kick of the afternoon, makes a half-time score. Leeds 24, Carlisle Border Raiders 6. So ready for the kick-off for the second half. Carlisle to kick off, and they find themselves 24-6 in arrears. Colin Morris signifying the start of the second half. Leeds 20 minutes away, they hope, of a place in the semi-finals of the Regal Trophy. One thinks that the first half display by Leeds has put them enough points on the board for them to be there already, but one has to wait till the end of 82 minutes before the proverbial fat lady sings. Short through a gap, makes a good half break there. Finally stopped by Barry Williams. Holroyd puts a high kick in. Not quite as high as Galileo on its way to Jupiter. Richard Hanier wrapped up before he can make much ground towards the Leeds line. Willie Richardson forced a yard or two back. Kick there by Charlton. Oh, well, it rolled into it. No, it rolls back from the touchline. And Anthony Gibbon picks it up and goes down the outside, making about 15 yards or so. Francis Cummins wrapped up in the tackle there by Barry Williams. Iro going low, foreshore. David Gibbons dancing, nobody running into the gap, and the space going to move the ball onto the left hand side. Make sure there to take Harvey Howard's pass, flicks it out, only into the arms of Steve Briley, the Carlisle number 8. Richardson doubles back. James Lowe's not one to let him go. George Graham, who's run strong all afternoon for Carlisle. Barry Williams gets the ball away, collected nicely by Kavanagh. Kavanagh kicks. Is it going to be a little too deep? It's not. It's a try. Try for Carlisle. And again, it's the number 5, I think, Phil Manning, that got that try. So Phil Manning's second try of the afternoon for the no announcement who the try was, but I'm pretty certain that you'll see that it was Manning who touched that one down. Good kick by Kavanagh. Nicely weighted. Looked as though it might roll dead, but it didn't. So our Leeds being going to be stung into the attack again. Barry Williams pushes off one player, can't push off two others. He's only got one arm free to do it. His arm only holding the ball. Willie Richardson. George Graham. David Gibbons meeting him head on. Really not going to go far. Russell, dummy half. Puts it back inside and it's Williams. But he's tackled before he can pass the ball to the ever-advancing Russell. Kavanagh puts a long kick in again, but this time there's no thought really to that one, just a case of a kick clear. It was straight to Anthony Gibbons, who dances out of Kavanagh's tackle to go onto the left-hand side of the field. Craig Innes taking the defenders on, going low, looking for support. Nearly breaks through. And there's the good tackler, who is Anahira, who chased across to make that tackle on Neil Harmon. Oh, and another mistake by Leeds. They try and pass it out in unfortunate circumstances, but they do get the ball back through a Carlisle drop ball. And Paul Cook comes up with it. Forshaw trying to stride away from dummy half and can't. Crowd want Leeds to play no-nonsense football, and I think that's what they should do. Innes out the outside. He's not coming. Cummins has to come inside. James Lowe's. Gibbons does the run around, collected this time by Gary Mercer. And Mercer through the gap, straight into the line. Got support. Kevin Iro looks like he's going to pass inside, and then took the ball on himself to score a try and restore the balance somewhat with his second try of the afternoon. And Leeds have the same point lead as they had at half-time, 18 points. 28-10 the score. And 48 minutes. Gary Charlton there trying to urge his side on as Kavanagh kicks the ball towards the Leeds line. By Gibbons, gives it to Forshaw. Forshaw takes it to the just beyond the 20-metre line. Shaw dummy half. Gary Mercer, got a chance now. Craig Innes on the outside. Francis Cummins has gone inside. Puts a kick in to try and get Cummins down, or Holroyd, but neither of them. Willa Richardson coming up with the ball. That's Leeds. That's not back there. The referee back's a little lenient. The big bulk of Harvey Howard, and look forward. Referee a bit slow in blowing there, but he did blow for a forward pass. Crowd had shouted a second or so beforehand, but I won't say he was influenced by the crowd there whatsoever. Bit of a dummy there. Mick Forshaw picks the ball up, trying to go through a gap. Carlisle attempt to pull him towards the touchline, but he's down on the floor, so that move ends as far as they're concerned. Now Holroyd, there's a gap if Leeds had gone on that far side. Now Holroyd steps out, he's got a tap. Now here comes Gibbons. Oh, and he just ankle tap and the ball comes loose. Well, how unfortunate can you be? Because delayed pass by Holroyd then perfectly weighted to him. And unfortunately, a good ankle tap though by Carlisle, because that's what defenders will say, that's what they're there for. And a good ankle tap, and unfortunately, as he hit the ground, the ball rolled free, and Carlisle breathe again to try and score a goal. Manning with the ball, plays it to Danny Russell, and Steve Brierley clears the, attempting to clear the danger area as far as the visitors are concerned. A kick over the top, Charlton, but not able to collect that. And it's David Gibbons collects the ball. Now Cock-Canalezo this time. Anthony Gibbons needs a blue wall there. Craig Innes has gone off. And Forshaw absolutely pounded to the ground there. He kept hold of the ball and Mick Shaw away. trying to get through a gap. Still going, but no support there on his left-hand side, and one would have thought backing up with the Carlisle defence at 6th and 7th and going back. Well, the try was on there, but it's on this side. Gibbons knocked down, passed by Iro, but about 3 yards short. Now they move it out to the right-hand side. Holroyd, Gibbons, and a pass there to nobody in particular. And Manning must have thought when he got the ball there he could get to the end and make it a hat-trick of try, but he wouldn't this time. Richardson, who always likes to come up in the line from full-back, in front of some of his three-quarters there. Steve Braley clearing the Carlisle lines. Well, they've got whatever the result of this game, they've got a creditable show. They've not let themselves down of Carlisle. And perhaps Leeds, they were expected to win. And as the saying is, they're on a hiding to nothing before even the first whistle. Robin drops that ball. Now Leeds pick it up. Iro, James Lowes, George Mann, who's come back on the field for Craig Innes, has gone off. Gary Mercer tackled very quick for Carlisle. Plays the ball, and he's given because I think a bit harsh there. I don't think he was allowed to get up and play the ball properly, and he wanted to play it as quickly as possible. And after all, it's what the game is all about, trying to play the ball as quickly as possible. The referee deemed that the Leeds player had offended there, not the Carlisle player. So Carlisle breathe again. And Williams, like so many occasions, kicks the ball onto the south stand roof. George Graham takes on from the other ball. The other ball on the field was kicked clear by the referee. Braley up to the Leeds defence. Probably he's thinking, well, let's do sufficient, no more. Well, it's easy to say to score tries, but there's another team on the field to stop you scoring, and Carlisle have done that manfully this afternoon, although they're still 28-10 in arrears. Still trying to play football, Carlisle. Danny Russell tries of Danny, but he elects to keep hold of the ball. Takes it into the Leeds defensive quarter. Kick there, not a very good kick actually by Manihira. The idea was good, the execution perhaps not. So Gary Mercer limping a little, limping towards the touchline. George Mann. That wasn't a good pass at all. Carlisle pick it up, dribble it on, and a chance now, but it picked up, and Paul Cook will be annoyed with himself there because he had a chance to take that ball and run towards the Carlisle try line. If he hadn't have got there, he'd have certainly made it into the Carlisle half of the field. Rana puts the ball in, was just looking to see where his players were positioned. Meantime, Richardson certainly likes to get on the attack. Well, it's no good being on the defensive when you're 18 points in arrears. The big bulk of Steve Braley. George Graham nearly breaking the Leeds defence. Now, did he play that exactly the same as when Leeds were penalised? Looked like a forward pass there. Unfortunate for Barry Williams, but the pass, referee's whistle was almost immediate when the ball had been released to Barry Williams. He's probably a little too quick. Gary Charlton in with a good tackle there to prevent any more progress. Not being allowed to play the ball, says the referee. Although Mick Shaw had gone past the line where the tackle was made after they play the ball. So Leeds once more on the attack. Harvey Howard takes it on. And the two 15s meet there. And so it's the meeting of the Colossus, but nevertheless, Neil Harmon taking it nearer to the line. Nobody on that side, so they've got to move it to the right. Hold on. So Gibbons now, Iro with the ball. Gibbons, Iro still trying to fight off James Lowe's. Carlisle defence firm. Gets up slowly, has a few words with Willie Richardson, pat each other on the back. Ball comes to Iro. Breaks away from the tackle, runs through a gap. He's got support there. Anthony Gibbons, can he make it? Yes, just makes it. Referee signified the try. So Anthony Gibbons' persistence paid off. And he'll be pleased with that. The electronic scoreboard brightly shows in the darkness Leeds try scored by number 1, A. Gibbons. Which gives Paul Cook his easiest kick of the afternoon. It should take it to 34-10 if successful. And it is. Only mooted applause from the crowd because they consider that a kick which any of them could have kicked themselves. I can tell you it's not easy kicking goals, not even from in front of the post. 34-10, 58 minutes gone. And Gary Mercer has limped off. Mike Forshaw bounces off one tackler, but tries to turn to reverse direction, but can't. McDermott's still going. Barry McDermott's still going, and he's still running. What a run by McDermott there, using his bull, and looks like a not playing the ball correctly there, I would have said. Could have given a knock-on, but at least he's given a penalty. There was a knock-on by Leeds, by the player acting half-back. And so Carlisle get the ball. That's number 14, Richard Hanera. He really goes down in the tackle. Taken on by Stuart Rhodes, kicked through, picked up by Barry McDermott. He's not going to make 50 yards on that occasion, and neither is Francis Cummins. Mick Shaw trying to organise from acting half back there. Neil Harmon. I'll see if I can go 50 yards like my fellow prop McDermott. He's probably saying to himself, he won't either. Howard back, this time to Harmon. Wanted to slip the ball out to Paul Cook, but a Carlisle player had positioned himself in a way that he could have got an interception there. The Leeds will do a kick on this occasion. Holroyd. He's had a satisfactory game without being outstanding at standoff. Well taken by Richardson there. Running it out. And drops the ball. He'd done all the hard work and then dropped the ball, and he's probably feel a little dispirited with that, but his side have tried hard. They've taken the game to Leeds. They're rewarded with 2 tries, one early in the game, one early in the second half. Gibbons. And it's behind Paul Cook from George Mann. They'll just scrum down just inside the 20 metres. Of course, this will be another rule change because again, scrums will be 20 metres in from the touchline after today. Richardson trying to make up for his error, which didn't prove costly. And Gary Charlton running as strongly as he was in the first minute, giving a captain's lead for Carlisle. Williams started a good slip out to Russell. The man from Manly cannot get the ball away. Crowd urging the referee, that was a knock on, but he's not to either take it from them or even look towards his touch judges. George Graham gets the ball away. And that's Stuart Rhodes. He drops the ball. And a penalty for talking, where it could have been a scrum down. And Holroyd, left-footed, puts the ball towards the south stand side. 2 balls on the field, and now we can start. Sure, a bit bemused by that. McDermott, see if I can go 50 yards from near the Leeds try line. I can perhaps go 50 yards into there now. Harvey Howard trying to bullock his way through. George Graham, who's been as tackling as strong. Now they move it. George trying to beat them by sleight of hand there, but the Carlisle were not to be amused. Short, in for a try. If they weren't bemused by George Mann, they were by Mick Shaw. And surely if the 24-6 half-time scoreline didn't mean that Leeds are in the semi-finals, then after 64 minutes at 38-10, barring an unforeseen happening, they must be now. Paul Cook, another kick right in front of the post, makes it 40 points to 10. And Cook's fourth success with the boot to go with his 19th minute try. 40 points to 10. And one can hear the encouragement that the Carlisle players are giving each other even at this stage, with a quarter of an hour to go. Neil Harmon lets the ball hit his legs and then picks it up. George Mann trying to catch the Carlisle defence out with a little stutter of the feet there, but it doesn't. James Lowes shakes to go left and goes right and gets nowhere. Harvey Howard running over people like a riotous steamroller. That pass on shore, Dean forward to David Gibbons, and the referee scrum down, head and ball to Carlisle. Carlisle a chance to about salvage a little consolation in this game now. That's all that possibly can be. Leeds have not got back the 10 yards or 10 metres, and Kavanagh puts the ball into touch. Wants the ball quickly. Danny Russell. Kavanagh moving it onto that far side. Danny Mahera. So they're getting it out to the right hand side and perhaps trying to outflank Leeds on the outside. Not able to. Stuart Rhodes. And they move it back left, Carlisle. Williams through, he's only got one man to beat. He's got to spin down George Graham in for a try. And George Graham dives short of the line, but momentum takes him over. Keeps the ball off the ground, of course. So, as I say, some consolation there for Carlisle. George Graham, reward for his efforts this afternoon. A happy try for the man from Stirling County Rugby Union with that try, and an easy kick for Willie Richardson. Make it 16, which he does. 40 points to 16. The 3 tries Carlisle have got. So Leeds will kick off. And Leeds offside at the kick-off. Too eager. And advancing into the Carlisle half before the ball has been kicked. So Williams takes a kick, puts it into the paddock, and Carlisle go back on the attack. Now can they get some more points? Manera don't get that ball up. Willie Richardson takes it just over the 20-metre line. Russell, he's got support there. And the bullocking number 8, Steve Briley, 10 metres short. Carlisle lining up for the ball. Not a good pass really from Charney, but really I suppose Stuart Rose did well to hold that one down by his hip. Ball quickly kicked through by Kavanagh, who's dumped unceremoniously on the ground. The referee says play on, and now Leeds with a chance to break. Paul Cook zigzagging, and nobody with him, nobody whatsoever on his own, but at least he's made some ground and got Leeds out of near there. And James Lowes and Anthony Gibbons takes it up to nearly the halfway line. Barry McBurn takes it into Carlisle territory, and this time it's Carlisle who are penalised for not letting the Leeds player Barry McBurn play the ball. Holroyd going to put it into touch. I think there was some deliberation as to whether Cook was going to kick a goal then. I just wonder if the crowd sensed that, because they started a few boos. McDermott would love to score a try this afternoon, I certainly would. And so would Neil Harwood. He turns it back unselfishly to James Lowes. James Lowes can't get the ball out. 4 Carlisle players in attendance. And George Mann, Lowes, Mick Shaw should say, Mick Shaw through a gap. And Shaw gets his second try. Of the afternoon. And cheers for Mick Shaw. So Leeds have scored 9 tries and just 4 goals. Carlisle themselves scored 3 tries and 2 goals. Crowd waiting for that, I think. For the offside, which never came. Leeds try and launch another attack from their own line, and certainly from their own. Lowes takes it out of the danger area, and Harvey Howard sets himself. He's had Once it's coming on the sun, he's played himself into the Leeds way of things. Holroyd. Referee signifying that was at the shoulder. Holroyd is not so sure. Play goes on. Cummins. But he's not going to get out of the George Graham bear hug. Two number 10s meet there. That's got out beautifully to James Lowe. James Lowe trying to get into a position to give his support players the ball. He runs away from them, then have to get down, but he's surrounded by Carlisle players, takes it up himself. Last one coming up, says the referee. Holroyd. Now, Carlisle no. Now here comes this. Oh, and it passed now. Can it be a hat-trick of tries? It can't. The referee shouted, leave him, as Manning was on the floor. Leeds were attempting to drag him into touch there. Now Willa Richardson, blind his years, showing a lot of experience. Not letting him get up to play the ball, taps the ball, and again that'll be another penalty. And this could this be a yellow card for Harvey Howard? Probably. The referee certainly reaching for his back pocket. And so Leeds will play out the last 6 minutes of this game with 12 men. So Williams signifying I'm going to kick to the left-hand touchline, the south-hand side. Now Carlisle chance to perhaps make it 20 points. We'll get into the 20s. Russell, Graham. And the man of the match has been announced, and it's the 2 try scorer so far, Mick Shaw, the Leeds man of the match. Carlisle just short of the Leeds line. Cavano, so just take a stride back to pick that one up. To Richardson, but he can't get the ball away. Support was there. Now Russell is he running across the front of the Leeds defence, scrambling defence, and George Graham takes the ball and goes over. So that's George Graham's second try. And one has to admire them for their spirit, and you can see why they're near the top of the second division on this showing. So the man who came to Carlisle via Egremont Amateur Rugby League Club and Whitehaven will attempt to kick his third successful goal of the afternoon. Cries of "Come on, Willie" from the few Carlisle spectators behind the post that he's attempting to put the ball through. And if it's got the distance, he makes it. And so Carlisle have got 22 points to Leeds' 44. They'll be disappointed, of course, that they've lost, but they certainly haven't disgraced themselves. Whereas perhaps Leeds were always going to win this game despite going 6 points down in 10 minutes, or were expected to do, and this is what they have done. Holroyd making sure that the players were still on side when he kicked that one. Williams, who has not had any chances near the line, did get through on one occasion. It was pulled back for a forward pass. And the effervescent Willie Richardson, who's given a lead to perhaps some of his younger colleagues. And George Graham, who to me has been the Carlisle player of the match. Cavan, a nice chip through, but he goes off, I think, the outside of his foot there. And straight to the Leeds. And Gibbons takes it back. And Shaw received a knock after that. Leeds physio comes on, so Leeds now trying to put a last attack, a last chance to get points together. Effectively with 11 men on the field, because Shaw's out of the play completely, receiving attention to an injury. So it's 11 against 13 at the moment. Holroyd, long pass. Cummins trying to stride through those remaining 10 metres to the line and can't. Lowe's looking at Iro shoves off one tackle, ships the ball out to McDermott. McDermott ships it back inside. It's Gibbons, and he's got support there, and surely there must be a lead side. A long pass to Cummins, but again the defence is firm, but they get the ball out to Cummins again. And Carlisle tackling like demons, as if they can hold the Leeds from scoring now, they'll win the game. Well, over the top now Leeds, if they keep it going. Loose, and there goes the hooter. And Leeds, in their effort to try and keep the ball moving on that 6th tackle, but the hooter beat them to it, although I think the ball was dropped right at the end and Carlisle had regained possession. But the Carlisle can lead this game with their heads held high. They've given Leeds a good game. Leeds perhaps have not been on top form, they haven't been on top form for a week or two now, but they'll say, well, we've won. They were expected to. Some people even expected them to win by the bigger margin than they have done, but nevertheless, as the teams leave the field to the cheers, mixture of cheers and boos from the crowd, and the Carlisle players applaud their spectators, they get the rousing support from even the Leeds supporters here. It's Leeds who go through to the semi-final of the Regal Trophy on a cold afternoon in December here at Headingley. Leeds have won by 44 points to 22. Carlisle really did come to play. They took the game to you, didn't they?
We knew they would take the game to us. They beat Castleford, and then they had a good win in the next round after that. So we knew they was going to come here. They had knocked to lows. They're coming to Headingley, top ground. So we knew they was going to be up for the match, and there was.
Well, they had chances early, but finally they did take one to the third attempt after 10 minutes and they went 6-0 in front. But it was a case of Leeds then not panicking, wasn't it?
Yeah, we never panic. We just got behind the sticks, and Captain Kevin Arrow just said, calm things down, let's play the sets of 6, which we did. And like I said, we scored a few tries, and it was like 24 points to 6 at half time.
Well, you scored the first try for Leeds. Must be pleased to start the ball running, although your kicking boots were left at home at times.
Yeah, there was most of the kicks was on the sideline, but there's no excuses. But yeah, I won on form with kicking today, but we scored the tries and I popped a few over, so hopefully we can in the semi-final pop some over.
You'd be disappointed though to have let 4 tries in from a second division side, but as I say, they never stopped trying to play, did they?
No, they never. Games like this, when you play second division clubs and first division clubs, they're always hard. You don't know what to expect from them. And no, all credit to Carlisle. They've come here, they've played well, they've scored 4 tries, and hopefully we can go into the next match against Bradford next week and concede no tries and try and pick up on this game today.
Well, into the semi-finals of the Regal Trophy now, and hopefully some silverware at Headingley. We know that Wigan, Warrington and St Helens are going to be there, and yourselves are the 4 semi-finalists. Any particular choice?
No, whoever we get now, you've got to play in the semi-final or the final anyway, so anybody really. I don't know where they're going to be played, either at home or if they're neutral grounds, so anybody really, and whoever we get, we'll just try and put one over them and, like you said, get some silverware.
But that semi-final is put on the back burner as the league games before that take precedence.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, anybody in the semi-final, and like you say, if it's Wigan, we saw that Widnes played a good game yesterday. Carlisle's done the same, so whoever we get, we'll just try and come out with victors.
Well done, Paul. A win today, and a win perhaps not as convincing as some people may, but at least it is a win.
Yeah, it's a win. We're in the app for the semi-final, and like you say, it's a win.
Best of luck. Thanks very much.
Thank you.